Uganda is one of the youngest countries in the world, with a population of 78% below the age of 30 years, while 53.6% are below the age of 18. The young population in Uganda faces a number of challenges such as high unemployment, teenage pregnancies and drug abuse, which are prevalent in most parts of the country, hence the need to harness the demographic dividend. According to the National Planning Authority, Civil Society Budget Advocacy Group and the United Nations Population Fund, family planning is one of the underrated key factors to reversing this trend in Uganda and the global scale, although they face challenges ranging from funding, service delivery, among others.
And the discussion is basically to have an increase in family planning financing with great focus on having a multi-sectoral approach. Many a times when we talk about family planning, people will think about Ministry of Health, but this goes beyond the Ministry of Health to the Ministry of Education to see how we fight areas around teenage pregnancies, but also the Ministry of Gender to have a change in mindsets and also fight the myths and beliefs.
Now the population we have in Uganda, almost 50% is children, which is more consumptive because we are spending a lot in health and education. We want more people in the working age group that they're able to work, to be productive, and to transform this economy.
The stakeholders add that for Uganda to champion its family planning goals, more funds need to be allocated to the national medical stores. According to the planners, 50% of funds should be ring-fenced for sexual reproductive health awareness to help reduce unwanted pregnancies and fertility levels.
A number of people are not well informed on family planning services and commodities, which ones are good, which ones are not good, what to use when. All that information is needed, and that goes back to financing services for family planning, have the personnel that are readily available to provide this information.
I want to also agree that in the coming budget we should begin exploring such. Instead of giving that we are given family planning a lump sum figure, we should ring fence specifically what goes to family planning, because you find a number of supplies that are missing.
One of the key drivers to an increase in population is the birth rate, driven by teenage pregnancies and school dropout rates, which they say need to be addressed.
In school, we don't only teach, but there are a lot of things that keep children at school. Music, sports, co-curricular activities. Then when they go ahead for secondary school, they meet the same until they go to universities. We taught.
You talk about early pregnancy without taking charge of the rampant use of drugs in the country, both in schools, in homes. You hear people say that these days you can take marijuana as tea. People are taking it as tea.
Uganda is still ranked among the low Human Development Index countries at 162 of 189 nations, with a Human Capital Index of 38% productive. As part of the Sustainable Development Goals and Renewable Global Strategy for Women and Children's Health, the government of Uganda committed to improve quality of family planning, counseling among SDPs and community health workers, and peer-to-peer from the current Method Information Index plus 60% by 2025. Adams Mayambala, CTV, PM Edition.